Sumit ji can start. Mr. Sumit, can you please start?
So kindly give me the screen sharing rights.
Yes, Dr. Manos, can we start? Yeah.
Is the first slide visible?
Yeah. But bring it to the slide board.
Is it?
No, still in. Oh, yes, now it is fine.
Okay, thank you. So a very, very warm welcome and good afternoon to everybody in this wonderful winter session of the program. And the best part is we are being telecast live at this time, and we have lots of members already, participants who have joined to different media streams. My dear friends, myself Sumit, I welcome all of you on behalf of our team to the inauguration of MOOC, the second cycle. That's why we are proud to say announced that's the second cycle of Introduction to Statistical Analysis. Before we start, I request all of you to have a few minutes of silence with meditation to have a bestow our homage to Goddess Saraswati, who has blessed us all, and let us we all pray that she keeps blessing everybody to give us a wisdom and knowledge in that to live as a right, wonderful human beings in the world.
नित्यागतान
I welcome all of the panelists, Dr. Anas Rajan Panigrahi, Dr. Manoj Kumar Dash, Professor Deepak Behra, Professor Akra Das Mohapatra, Shri Panchandri Pani, Professor Madhu Peher, Dr. our Honorable Minister of State, Shri Bishwat Taudu, Dr. P.K. Rotray. My dear friends, Introduction to Statistical Analysis. This program is a joint collaboration between Commonwealth Education Media Center for Asia and Kalinga Institute of Social Science, Adinto University. To start with, I request our resource person, Dr. Manas Ranjan Panigrahi, to give an introduction to the program, give a little brief insight to this wonderful academicians we have. Dr. Manas Ranjan is a senior program officer at CEMCA. He served in the Harmaya University, Ethiopia, East Africa as associate professor in education from 2010 to 2014. He has worked at IGNO, NCERT, and Manav Rachna International University in various capacities. Sir has specialized in areas of instructional supervision, educational policies and development, educational technology, educational management and institution, and educational research. Dr. Panigrahi holds master's degree in education history and earned his doctorate in education. He has published a number of research articles, papers, monographs on education. He is an accomplished organizer of professional events, and he has also participated in many teleconferencing, video conferencing workshops, and video production at national level. I request Dr. Manas Panigrahi to please take over and give us introduction about the program.
Thank you very much, Sumit. Very good afternoon, all of you. Starting with Shri Vishweshwar Tudu, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Tribal Affairs and Jal Shakti, Government of India, is joining soon with us. Shri Banchanidhi Pani, Commissioner, Municipal Corporation, Surat, Gujarat. Professor Arkadas Mahapatra, Vice Chancellor, Odisha State Open University. Professor Deepak Behra, Vice Chancellor, KISS University. Professor Madhu Parar, Director CEMCA. Dr. Manoj Kumar Das, Lead Course Developer and Course Coordinator, MOOC, Introduction to Statistical Analysis. Dr. Sumit. Dr. P.K. Rautrai, Registrar and CEO of KISS University. This is giving me immense pleasure to see all the participants across the globe in the platform for this Introduction to Statistical Analysis MOOC course, joint initiative of KISS University and CEMCA for its second cycle. As we know, first cycle tremendously reached various countries and various kind of stakeholders who joined this MOOC course and get benefited with the opportunity to enhance their statistical analysis used in research as well as various case studies. CEMCA and KISS University, both we learned various recommendations out of this cycle and moving towards the demand of more stakeholders, more learners, more teachers who wants to join this course and get this opportunity for learning and to implement statistical analysis in their course of profession. Within this mandate, CEMCA and KISS realized to commence of this second cycle for a large. In this cycle, also we got significantly enrolled from more than 50 countries. and participants, their expectations and the objectives and outcomes which is set forth for this course definitely helpful for these participants to apply in the profession with special reference to the research and research methodology. Within this, I would like to share with you this course, which is planned and designed with the help of Dr. Manoj Das and with the able supervision of Professor Madhu Parhar, Director CEMCA, and with able partnership of KISS University, which I believe this course will this time also give in a note with more learning environment, more learning situations. At the same time, it will give us to think differently how not only just this course as statistical analysis, but also modality of the course and instructional design of the course will give the immense insight among the participants as well as organizers to bring out more online and open learning courses and need-based, industry-based courses for these stakeholders in an effective manner. With these words, I wish all the best to my team who join hands in mentoring as well as join hands to offer this course. And I always take a note to give my heartiest thanks to our tech team from IIT Kanpur and our senior management at Commonwealth Planning who gives us and this idea to move forward with this platform, which is very much robust and giving more outcome-based learning opportunity to all of us. Thank you very much. Over to Sumit.
Thank you, Dr. Manas, for sharing the wonderful success track we had in the first cycle. It's definitely a big motivator to everybody, all the participants who joined us, and also to laying down the listing of the advantages, the benefits these participants will be having while pursuing this program. I really expect and pray that we all, the participants, they come to the aspirations and they enjoy all the fruits for this, which all panelists have worked together to bring this program for everybody. To continue, my dear friend, I request now our lead program coordinator, Instructor Dr. Manoj Kumar Das, to give a brief on Introduction to Statistical Analysis, this program. Dr. Das is one of the accomplished academician, a very hard, dynamic personality, and he is already he's a regional director at IGNO, Regional Innovation Center. He has 2 decades of excellence in program conceptualization, organization, execution, collaboration. Accomplished team leader, have built and lead teams of various scale, experience, size to success in various challenging situations. He has a wide experience in engaging various stakeholders, government departments and organizations, partnering from various socially enabling programs, a wonderful liaising with the government relationship management in conceptualizing, designing, implementing, and socially enabling education and skill development programs. He has served at IGNO and Bhubaneswar, and also with working for the education for all, such as deprived, disadvantaged, marginalized, including jail inmates in higher education since 2011. He has worked extensively for training of teachers through ODL system, technology, mediated learning under MHRD Government of India scheme. He started his career as a lecturer in education under Behrampur University, Odisha, 1999. Dr. Das holds a PhD in MPhil in education, MA in diseducation, MS in chemistry. He has his graduate PhD in higher education, special education and guidance and counseling. He has to his credit 48 research articles in various journal and test journals, published 4 books in areas of school education, inclusive education, community-based reaction ICTs, of a diverse and very plethora of experience and specialization he had in education. So I really definitely I can understand, and you'll all agree with me that why this gentleman is the backbone of this program. And definitely, sir, we look forward to listen from you about this program and to lay down a roadmap for us, for all the instructors. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sumit. Am I audible? Thank you. Honorable Minister of State, Minister of Tribal Affairs and Jal Shakti, Government of India, Sri Viswesvaraya Tudu, who will be joining with us shortly. Because of some of the pre-engagement, he couldn't reach in time with us. However, he has asked us to go ahead with the program, and he will be joining with us during the course of that time. Respected Sri Banchhanidhi Pani, IAS Commissioner, Municipal Corporation, Surat, Gujarat. Respected Professor Akradas Mahapatra, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Odisha State Open University, Sambalpur, Odisha. Respected Professor Deepak Behra, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Kalinga Institute of Social Science, deemed to be University. Professor Madhu Pahar, Director, CEMCA, Commonwealth of Learning. Dr. Manas Ranjan Panigrahi, and my colleagues, MOOC team colleagues, and all the registered learners, the participants, those who are joining with us today at this evening. A warm welcome to all the dignitaries, all the panelists, for sparing their valuable time and kindly consented us to be with us and address us and all the participants during this important event. So it itself shows the spirit of true academics and all the extent of support and cooperation we will be getting from all the panelists and all the guests during the course of the time. Thank you very much to all the dignitaries for sparing their time and always with us and supporting us and cooperating us in this important event as well. So this is what is the second cycle of the MOOC, Introduction to Statistical Analysis. This is the beginning of the second cycle. The first cycle was implemented in the month of May 2021, in which more than 5,000 learners registered all over the globe, covering 968 learners from 52 different countries. So this is what is a big learning experience for us, and also give a boost to think for the implementation of the second cycle of the MOOC. I am thankful to Commonwealth of Learning, CEMCA, particularly Director Commonwealth CEMCA, Professor Madhu Pahar, and his team and her team, and Kalinga Institute of Social Science, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Register KISS and CEO and their team for providing such a wonderful opportunity to create a MOOC and help the target group to reach their target. So it is really a very good learning experience for me in particular and all of us, those who were there with us in the first cycle. So in the second cycle also, we have already registered more than 1,700 learners from all over the globe. 1,007 learners are from India, and remaining 768 learners are from 52 different countries. So as we had got the responses in the first cycle, this cycle also we have got tremendous response, and we are expecting 1,000 more learners to join with us during the course of these 10 days. As the first week of the MOOC will start from 1st December 2021. So as it is a 4 weeks program, here we have tried our best to incorporate, to design and develop the course with a 4-quadrant approach, incorporating all other aspects of open distance learning, particularly the technology enhanced learning with blended learning approach and effective utilization of open education resources. So it is a complete blending of technology enhanced learning, BLP, blended learning approach, open education resources, as well as face-to-face interventions are also incorporated this cycle with the support of CEMCA. So the thing that we have learned from the first cycle, created a separate module for the 0 week, which is already uploaded in the portal. Last time, a module was not there for the 0 week. We thought that this is very important to help the learner to learn and successfully complete their course and learn in a better way. That is the reason we have created a small module and provided to them so that there will not be any dropout during the course of the 1 month journey. At the same time, the first cycle, what we have learned that in every week, we have tried our best to plan one live session. So through this live session, we will be directly discussing with the participants, interacting with the participants. We'll take up their issues, queries, and problems, if any, so that can be resolved then and there with the help of live sessions. So this is what is the new add-on in the second cycle. At the same time, we have taken up the open education resources material for the best use of the learners and also make them understand the whole basic concept of what exactly the MOOC, how to move ahead with the MOOC, what they will be 1 month's journey, and at the end, what will be the outcome of this MOOC. That is also clearly defined in this module. So here, the basic concept that we have tried to cover during the 1 month is statistical inference, significance of mean, testing of hypothesis, difference between the mean, which is a basic requirement for each and every one, those who are associated with teaching, research, impact study, feedback study, as well as various type of extension and development activities during the teaching learning process, as well as in research and development area. So the main target group of this 1 month course is that the teachers, teacher educators, academics, as well as the early and mid-career professionals, those who are associated with various projects of government and non-government sector, particularly projects of social development, education, health, family welfare, rural development, panchayati raj, agriculture, animal husbandry, and many others. So as it is a basic level, foundation level, introductory level course, it would be helpful to them in better understanding of the project, better understanding of the study, better understanding of the papers, etc., whatever they are writing, so that it would help them to enhance their professional competencies in one way, at the same time contribute to the society in a better way to a next level of learning. So we hope that the sustainable development, the sustainable quality improvement of the learners, particularly the UG, PG students, the MPhil students, PhD scholars, as well as the teachers and academics, those who are early in their career, will be immensely benefited out of this course. So this is what is the intended aim of this particular MOOC. Once again, I am thankful to CEMCA, Commonwealth of Learning, KISS, and all the registered learners for sparing their time and joining with us. I look forward to the active participation, cooperation, and collaboration of all the learners during this 1 month program. And another one important thing that is there in this MOOC is that there is a 2 level of certification. One is certificate of participation, another is certificate of completion. So the certification of completion is kept in such a way that there is a small project-based assignment, or we can say an application-based assignment, as we had in the last time, but this time we are trying to give them intensive input so that most of the learners, we expect that each and every learners will be able to complete the assignment, so that successfully they will be able to get their certificate and they will be able to learn in a better way, and at the same time they will enhance their base at their grassroots level. So thank you very much to all the learners, to all the guests and all the dignitaries to join with us and always supporting and cooperating us in such type of academic activities. Thank you so much. Over to Dr.
Thank you,
Sumit.
Dr. Dash. Thank you, Dr. Dash, for giving detailed on the structure of program. Also, the updates we have incorporated in the second cycle. as per with the experience of the first cycle, the scope of program. And I'm sure that you all participants must have listened to Dr. Dash one about certificate, that dual certificates in this program, right? And we all expect, we all wish that you all get certificate completion. That should get. Okay. So going forward,
may I request Dr. Sumit to kindly introduce the
yeah, before that,
the instructors, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, that I would request Dr. Dash to also please give introduction on the on the mentors. Dr. Dash, kindly give an introduction to all the mentors for the students, learners. Dr. Dash. So is the slide visible?
Yes.
Yes, Dr. Sumit, it is visible.
So Dr. Manoj Kumar Dash is our lead instructor. So you want to add something here, Dr. Dash?
No, it's fine. Thank you. Go ahead. Please
Dr.
introduce
Sumit,
the
I
others.
don't think so. He is there.
Please introduce the others.
Dr. M.R. Panigrahi, he is a co-instructor of the program. Professor Mustafa Azad Kamal, mentor from Bangladesh. Professor Sumit, I'm from New Delhi. Dr. S.K. Panigrahi from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Mr. Kuldeep Sharma from Jaipur, Rajasthan. Ms. S.R. Dash, she's again a mentor from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Dr. Dash would like to add anything here, or should I continue?
Yes.
Dr. Sumit, I don't think so. He is there. So we can continue.
Okay, ma'am. Going forward, I would like to invite Professor Madhu Peher. My dear friends, an international personality. Professor Madhu Peher she's a professor of distance education, staff training and research institute of distance education, STRIDE and IGNO. She also served as a director of STRIDE. She holds a PhD in MPhil education, MSc and B.Ed. Madam specializes in educational technology, open and distance instructional design. She has contributed in several articles and research papers, co-edited several books, including Open Distance Education, Indian Education, Development Since Independence, Education India. Professor Parhar holds a number of roles in IGNO and other institutions, including Wawasan Open University, Penang, Malaysia. She offered consultancy to UNESCO on various distance education projects. Ma'am, may I request you to kindly give an insight and give your valuable inputs to the learners.
Thank you, Dr. Sumit. Honorable Chief Guest of this inauguration, Minister of State, Ministry of Tribal Affairs and Jal Shakti, Government of India. The guest of honor, another guest of honor, the Vice Chancellor of Odisha State Open University, Professor Mohapatra, Vice Chancellor of KISS University, Professor Bahira, and our collaborator, CEMCA's collaborator, all colleagues from the KISS University, and my colleague from CEMCA, Dr. Manas Panigrahi, and all of you, those who are participating or those who are opted for this second cycle of the course. Once again, I appreciate that this is the second cycle of this MOOC course on Introduction to Statistical Analysis. And already Dr. Sumit and Dr. Manoj and Dr. Panigrahi has already explained why this second cycle, because the first cycle was appreciated by everyone and attended by a lot of people, and they learned from this MOOC. Now, all of us, we know why MOOC has become so important in our education system. I need not explain that again or get into it. But this course, as already said by Manoj, that it is being taken by the faculty members for writing their research work, or in various sectors, whether it is agriculture, whether it is health, education, and so on and so forth. But I would just like to add one more point, that all our PhD scholars or MPhil scholars or those who have to do a project work, a minor project work, either in master's program, they have to take this course, research methodology, and complete it. For PhD, UGC has given a regulation, or has pointed out that unless and until 6 months course on research methodology is not done, your PhD work, one cannot start it. So it's a very, very important area subject, which in education or those who are doing research work have to undertake that. But surprisingly, this course, which says Introduction to Statistical Analysis, is just a part of the whole research methodology course. So why we have this MOOC? Why not the whole course, you all will say. So, but it's very interesting that the whole world now, the situation, the things, they are changing. Now, the time has come, it is the courses or the content are just in time content, where the students, where the learners, they can satisfy their immediate learning need. And this course, Statistical Analysis, as I know, I can give my personal experience, that this statistical analysis was the most difficult component of the whole research methodology course. I mean, statistics, where to apply mean, median, mode, F-test, T-test, and so on and so forth. So this was a very difficult area within the research methodology course for the researchers to understand. Maybe those who are from the mathematics background, for them it was much easier. But for my person like me, I can give you my personal experience. It was really little tough to go through it. So that is the very important point, that why this MOOC was taken, because it is an immediate learning need of the learner. Second very important point of this MOOC is that it is a self-paced, affordable, and easy to consume MOOC. That's very, very important point, that just one area of the research methodology we will learn, and with my own pace. And that's what all the MOOCs, which are, if you will see the SWAM platform, you see Future Learn, Coursera, Udemy, and so on and so forth. So that's very important point. The last point which I want to emphasize here is, again, the whole world is moving towards a different kind of learning. Different kind of learning means the mode of learning, which we call it as a granular education modules. So these granular educational modules are designed to improve a very specific skill. So in this case, the specific skill is, what are the various statistical analysis techniques? And that's why the MOOCs is all about. Now, in future, that's going to come in a big way. That suppose if I am a student of, let's say, BA history, or BSc chemistry. So I am not interested in reading organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, or biochemistry. I just take the content of organic chemistry and add on to some history, or to some physics modules, or to some, let's say, drawing and painting modules. So this is very, very important. the way which we are moving towards, the whole education system is moving towards, is that which makes the learner learn a very, very specific skill. I will not take much of the time, but thank KISS University, who is our partner and has very effectively offered this course in the first cycle. All the course mentors, I must thank them, because in the first cycle also they did a very wonderful job. I thank Manoj for coordinating, or rather making this whole course. And last and not the least, to all the participants who had taken this course. My sincere thanks to our guest of honors who are going to speak just now, and to the Honorable Minister for sparing his valuable time, and of course to the Vice Chancellor KISS University on all his colleagues. Happy learning and all the best.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And it is very, very insightful to know that, okay, it's very encouraging for everybody, the people who have non-mathematics background, even they should, and why they can learn this program, how it can benefit for them also. And also focusing on the research, methodology, importance, everything. Thank you, ma'am. It's wonderful to listen to you. Before I proceed, I request on behalf of everybody to welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Bishweshwar Tudu, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Government of India. He's with us. Sir, we welcome you and thank you very much for sparing your time. So may I proceed further?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
I would request now Professor Deepak Behra, an established, full-fledged academician, a person who is with many things, wearing lots of feathers in his cap, an eminent educationist, anthropologist, able instructor and middle author. Professor Deepak Behra is a Vice Chancellor to KISS, a deemed to be university. He already served as a VC of Sambalpur University, Berhampur University, founder VC of Rajendra University, Balangir. He was a Fulbright visiting professor at California State University at Long Beach. Sir has been a recipient of the prestigious Sarachandra Roy Memorial Gold Medal by the Asiatic Society, Kolkata, for his outstanding contribution in the field of cultural anthropology in India. He has to create more than research publications in the fields of tribal studies, childhood. He has been a member of editorial board of Indian journals, Oriental Anthropology, Social Change, and Journal of Social Sciences. He has to create more than 120 research publications in the fields of tribal studies and the children and childhood. Sir has served as a member of Executive Board of the World Anthropology Institution for 2 terms, founding chairman of IOAES, that's the International Commission on Anthropology of Children, Youth and Childhood. He has served as a member of Governing Council of AIU, and he's the General President of the newly formed Anthropology Association, United Anthropology Forum. Sir, I welcome you, and I request you to kindly light us with your wonderful words of wisdom. Thank you, sir. Please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sumit. Our Honorable Chief Guest of this afternoon, Shri Bishweshwar Tuduji, Honorable Minister of State, Minister of Tribal Affairs and Jal Shakti, Government of India, and our revered guest of honor, Professor Ark Das Mahapatra, Vice Chancellor, Odisha State Open University, and we have another guest of honor, revered Shri Banchanidhi Pani, IS, Commissioner, Municipal Corporation, Surat, Gujarat, Madam Professor Madhu Pahar, Director CEMCA, and our course coordinator, Dr. M.K. Das, Dr. M.R. Panigrahi, Dr. Sumit Ji, and our Registrar and CEO, Dr. P.K. Rautrai, So good afternoon to everyone. I welcome all the participants of this course, second cycle, Introduction to Statistical Analysis from more than 50 different countries. And we are very fortunate. Madam said that thanks to Vice Chancellor KISS, but I would like to say that we are grateful to Madam Madhu ma'am and all her team members for providing us this opportunity to collaborate with them. We are one of the organizers of the program, and the first cycle went so well, and now we are into the second cycle. And I think this is a very important MOOC program, MOOC course, because I know as a research scholar, when I was a research scholar, I had that experience. We struggle hard how to, get the correct statistical methods. And many times our teachers also, will buy time and they will never give us the correct tips. But now we are providing these tips to, thousands and thousands of participants free of cost. And thanks to CEMCA, it's a great initiative, and we feel fortunate to be part of this program. And for instance, I still remember what is random sampling. I was thinking that random sampling means you pick anything. The idea that it doesn't have any regularity and very vague idea. And many times we go to the field carrying our questionnaire, or we send questionnaire, or go to the field with our interview schedule without knowing. Sometimes we collect the whole mountain, but our job is to identify the medicinal plant. That is where we require statistical analysis. And I'm very happy that such a program has been designed and developed by CEMCA. And thanks to Dr. M.K. Das, the lead coordinator of this program, and Dr. M.R. Panigrai from CEMCA New Delhi. And I think this program is also very significant for a country like India, where we are going to introduce New Education Policy 2020. And this New Education Policy 2020 gives a lot of importance to computation, mathematics. And that is why this is a timely program. And thanks to all the participants for showing their interest. And we have introduced also a live session, as rightly pointed out by Dr. M.K. Das. That is very important to give them some exposure to the participant. And I don't know how do they manage with the time frame. So because participants are from different countries, and this CEMCA is doing great job. And I also congratulate all the faculty members, staff member of CEMCA. And you'll be happy to know that many of our students, research scholar, faculty members, they are also attending this program. Our university is a tribal university. All the students are tribal. We have 27, it has been written, but actually we have 30,000 tribal children, and we provide them free education from standard 1 to PhD. And free lodging, free boarding, free, everything is free here. And you are all welcome to our campus. Once the epidemic is over, you are all welcome to our campus. Maybe I will propose to CEMCA director Madhu ma'am that why not we organize physical mode, so that our campus will be vibrant, and all the participants from across the globe would be able to see our lovely vibrant campus and see the vibrant tribal culture. And once again, I would like to congratulate Sumit ji, Dr. Sumit ji, for coordinating this program, wonderful program. And we KISSian feel very fortunate to be part of this program. And I'm sure this month-long program, 4 weeks, there are 4 weeks, 4 weeks, and each week has a module. And I'm sure it would be vibrant. And I'm particularly thankful to our coordinator from our side, Dr. Ishwar Chandra Nayak. I'm sure he must be attending, and he always keeps on telling me, and he keeps us motivating me, sir, it's a great program and we must collaborate with CEMCA. I think we are very privileged and fortunate, ma'am, and all the faculty members. This collaboration will continue, and we will have many more programs. So not only introduction to statistics, we will think about designing and developing new programs and bring more participants across the globe to our fold. Thank you very much. Over to Dr. Sumit ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for a wonderful motivation, sir. Thank you very much. And thanks for great invite also. We all look forward to visiting that excellent university you're managing. Thank you, sir. Moving forward, I invite now our guest of honor, Professor Akradas Mohapatra, a stalwart in education, I would say. When I was going through his profile, I was too much mesmerized by his profile. Sir, Professor Mohapatra is a Vice Chancellor in Odisha State Open University, Professor of Business Administration and the Chairman Postgraduate Council of Sambal University. He had 32 years of teaching research experience. Director, he has held very prestigious posts, including Director, UGC Human Resource Development Center, Director, Distance and Continuing Education, Controller of Finance, Office of Special Duty, Head, Department of Business Administration, Dean, School of Management Studies. He is member of various research committees at council, senior academic degree committees, exams committees, regulation committees. Professor Das Mohapatra had completed his MPhil, PhD in Finance and DLED in Management in the area of corporate governance. He has just credited 128 research publications, 7 books, produced 16 PhDs and 15 MPhil scholars. He is a fellow of Royal Society of Arts London, fellow of World Business Institute Australia, life member of Indian Society for Training and Development, Indian Accounting Association, India Commerce Association, Indian School Science Congress, and a nominated member of American Biographic Research Institute. He is a visitor to the UK, France, Japan, various academic assignments, and definitely an excellent teacher management, recognized as an IO accredited teacher, MTC Global Distinguished Management Teacher, VIF Distinguished Teacher Research in Accounting Finance, KIER Distinguished Academic Leader, along with Best Paper Award in France. Sir, it's honor to have you in the amongst us and to listen to you, sir. It's almost feeling like one-to-one. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here. Please, sir, carry on. Please take it.
Thank you, Sumit ji. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to all, especially the Indian viewers, and greetings of the day. Honorable Minister of State for Tribal Affairs and Jal Shakti, Government of India, Shri Bisweswar Tudu, the chief guest of this occasion. Guest of honor, Shri B.N. Pani, IS Commissioner, Municipal Corporation, Surat. Director CEMCA, Professor Madhu Farhar. The Vice Chancellor of KISS, Professor Deepak Behra. Dr. Manas Ranjan Panigre, Senior Program Officer of CEMCA. Dr. M.K. Das, Manoj Kumar Das, the Program Coordinator, and one of the key architects of this program, Dr. M.R. Panigrahi, again, whose pioneering work has gone into bringing this particular program to light. Dr. Sumit ji, all esteemed members, viewers, ladies and gentlemen. At the very outset, I take this opportunity to convey my sincere thanks to Dr. Manoj Kumar Das, who remembered me for this inaugural function. I'm very privileged to be a part of this program. And of course, I'm grateful to Professor Madhu Farhar, of course, Dr. Manas Ranjan Panigrai, who has been talking to me very often, and was also, inviting me, in fact, to take off any kind of another program, if not the same one. And I'm sure we'll be sometime getting into that. My special thanks to all of you. And I'm very happy to know that this is the second cycle of the program MOOC on Introduction to Statistical Analysis. I'm happy also to know that it is the joint initiative of CEMCA, Commonwealth of Learning, and KISS for sustainable quality improvement of teachers in teaching, research, and extension activities. I'm very sure, and I'm really convinced. My predecessors, the previous speakers, have also highlighted about the importance of statistics and research methodology. I do also join hands with them that even today, even when today 17 scholars have actually been awarded PhD under me, 2 more have submitted, and at least 6 more are working under me. Each particular scholar is distinct, and when it comes to research methodology, they are just struggling, and it is just not happening to the scholars that I am rather guiding or I have guided. It has, and it must be happening to anyone and everyone. Even I will also put me as a researcher in the same field, because statistics as such is very vast. Research methodology is even much wider, I would say. Every now and then, lot of new techniques are being added to the methodology to make the research that we are doing more robust, more reliable, and of course, to validate the findings that we are actually getting out of the research. And cutting across the discipline, even I know maybe certain science subjects, especially the like life science, for example, maybe for some time it was staying away from the use of statistics. I hope, and I believe also, may not be 100% true, but then to a very greater extent they were not using statistics. But today things have actually changed. Even we find that they are also using limited amount of statistics, and that is primarily because many of them are not actually aware and are not familiar with the various techniques of statistics which can be used in different facets of the research, different dimensions of the research. So to that extent, I have reason to again join hands with everyone to congratulate the team who have actually brought a MOOC course on basics of statistics, which is used by the researchers, by the teachers, and of course the research scholars. And it's a commendable job. I must appreciate once and again, because the way research scholars have been struggling, and I know there are statistical softwares also available like SPSS, but unless one knows the basic of what actually, because SPSS is only going to give the calculated figures, but what is to calculate and why should it be calculated, and if there is and how to interpret the result, there are issues which really need to be addressed. And I'm very sure that this particular program is going to be very useful to all the researchers. I would again reiterate, rather stress upon that even those who have completed so-called their PhD work, because research is always, it's a continuous process. So we cannot really say that because I have got a degree and therefore my research activity is over. It is certainly not. As long as I'm active, as long as I'm in the teaching or otherwise in the profession where I can contribute, because the previous speakers also have said, like everywhere, whether it is a statistics in terms of population or in terms of, every field that we need statistics, and therefore we cannot just say that we are isolated and my work is over. So for everyone, it is going to be very useful. And when it comes to MOOCs, I know because as I could listen also, that the first cycle was very successful, and always there is opportunity and scope for improvement. And Dr. Manoj Das has already said that they have also, based on the feedback they have received in the first cycle, they have come up with more improvement into what they did in the first cycle. So I'm sure they will be actually be more effective this time. And I'm also hopeful that they will not stop here, because methodology is again a wider one, a bigger aspect is still left, because it is only, I hope that it is only the preliminary part of the statistics to put people the early phase of the research process into the comfort zone, but then we have to go beyond. And learning process, across the globe has witnessed a total transformation that we all know. And learners now anywhere, from any place, and without having any restriction to the geographical boundaries, can join in the learning process, and that too at their own pace, own speed, and of course based on their own interest. And very interestingly, at the same time, that the national education policy, or popularly as we have started calling it, the new education policy which has come now, that it talks about credit portability, as well as multi-skilling. I mean, if I'm I'm studying in physics and I can even have interest in management, I can join management, or for that purpose other subject at the same time. So that way, and of course statistics is like, it is useful to everyone, I mean, irrespective of the discipline. So that way, launching this program in the MOOC, in the SWAYAM or in the other platform, is definitely going to benefit millions across the globe, certainly not limited to the learners from India. And today, as I was just quickly going through, that in India we have over 2,000 MOOC courses available, of course, and that is taught by about, or rather over 1,300 instructors. And when it comes to India, more than 135 universities have joined, or institutions have joined, launching different form of MOOC courses. And of course, there are about 180 million learners. And these MOOC courses again going to be an addition to the existing stock of MOOC courses. And to that extent, all Dr. Manoj Das and the team members, supported by the director of CEMCA and all, including the leader of KISS and all, that all need to be congratulated. And therefore, I join hands together to congratulate you all for very successfully coming up with this particular program, the MOOC course. And statistics, as usual, starts from data collection to sample design, including determining the sample, as Professor Behra also referred to. What should be the appropriate sample size is something that keeps on hunting the research scholars right in the beginning. And even how to offer a better interpretation, and how to analyze the data, and of course how to write the report, how to corroborate with the previous prior studies, are some of the areas where actually this statistics is going to really make a lot of sense, and particularly when it makes the research verifiable, and therefore it is a commendable job. I once again congratulate the whole team, and thank you very much. I also wish the learners happy learning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for words of appreciation for the entire team. It really matters to all of us, to all learners. And the way you very beautifully linked the importance of this program with the research scholars, definitely, I hope the listeners, participants would take it in stride. So,
Thank you.
Moving forward with the permission of all the August gathering.
Yes. Yes.
I request our guest of honor, Shri B.N. Pani. I invite him to address the audience. Shri B.N. Pani, IAS, he's a commissioner, municipal student, 2005 batch. He completed his master's in political science and studied international politics in JNU. He served as district development officer of Junagadh and Ahmedabad districts, being a collector of Sabarkant and Bhavnagar districts. He was a best DDO of in 2012-13 Ahmedabad, best collector, best city bus service award he got in 2016. He holds a Guinness Book of World Record also. Sir, so definitely. And then he also been a HUDCO Best Design Award for Cost Effective Urban Housing Innovation Emerging. He has been a young and dynamic IC officer serving the people at all levels in Gujarat. It's great to have you, the best person here in our gathering. So Shri B.N. Pani, I request to please address the listeners and share out what modus operandi you would take, follow being the best. So they can also learn something from you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sumit. Today, when we are starting the launching of the second cycle of MOOC course on Introduction to Statistical Analysis, with us, I hope, Honorable Minister Shri Biseshwar Tudu, Minister for Tribal Affairs and Jal Shakti, with us presently there, A.K. Das Mahapatra, VC OSOU, Mr. Deepak Behera, VC KISS, Professor Madhu Parhar, Director CEMCA, Dr. Manoj Das, MR Panigrahi, and Prashant Rautre, Dr. Ishwar Naik, and all participants who are connected through YouTube, and all the dear friends. In fact, this is a subject, initially when Mr. Santosh invited me to this occasion, I was little amused whether, this is an academic launching session and whether I should be there or not there. But once I saw that the subject is statistical analysis, I said, yes. In our bureaucratic, life, we go through a lot of statistical, work, and because of that, it is important. And it is important also because, academics and practical governance go side by side. In fact, now when we go through the mid-career of bureaucracy, we understand that a lot of statistical analysis do help us in arriving at the truth. In fact, if I can give just one sentence to the objective of statistical analysis, then it is nothing other than seeking truth, to reach the truth, and that is verifiable truth. So that is one. Second, I must also tell you that when we were young and we were just about to participate in the examinations on statistical analysis, we used to, read just the basics of it. Nowadays, things have all changed. Now it is artificial intelligence, it is data-driven policy making, it is data-driven decision making, it is everything. Now, if you see, because of the onset of digital technology, onset of digital life, now everything is dependent on digital technology. Now, in future, I think so far it was a different world altogether, and now onwards, whatever is there and will be there will rest on nothing other than statistical analysis. And nowadays, more corrections, more quality-oriented research, and more statistical analysis will help us to collaborate more, to increase the productivity in our day-to-day life, and to reach effective decision making in wherever we are. It is not, in fact, this is a course, this is a multidisciplinary course. This is not oriented only to a particular field. It does not matter whether somebody is in science or humanities or in other field. In fact, everybody needs statistical analysis these days. And the second course, the second cycle of MOOC course that today this is getting launched. This is important because now all the businesses, whether it is business, whether it is governance, whether it is government or non-government, everything is dependent on technology and data. If I give you an example of my experience in Surat Municipal Corporation, in fact, one company came and they said that they will charge just 10 lakh for their service and they will ensure that they will get me saved 10 crores. In fact, that is what statistical analysis is. So he said, I will get you saved 10 crores because of dynamic routing of our buses transportation system. Now I was very, very skeptical about it. But I told him that I will not give you 10 lakhs unless first you save me 10 crores. In fact, first he saved me 10 crores and then he asked his penny. That is the brilliance of statistical analysis. It is not just statistical analysis alone. It is with technology, with a lot of, in fact, in our work, whether as a municipal commissioner or in different fields, we get to save a lot of amount of money through the statistical analysis. Through statistical analysis, we also generate a lot of revenue. Tremendous amount of revenue generation is happening because of statistical analysis. And third, this analysis is also making us reach to the downtrodden, the unprivileged class, because you tend to know, whether how many playgrounds are there per lakh of population, whether you take it on health, whether you take it on education, whether it is ease of living or quality of standards of living. Everything is dependent on the statistical analysis. And in fact, if it is used, because it is a double-edged sword, it can be used this way or that way. It is the ethics is also very, very important to make us, feel that we have to use statistical analysis in the way that a common citizen, a common person gets benefited out of it. In fact, I'm very happy today delighted that today the course is getting launched, and I'm also happy I'm an Odia, and after a long time I'm getting able to see a lot of part of academics, because I was a part of JNU those days. And when I talk to the academics today, in fact, it is a great, feeling together, being a part of academics as well. So, in fact, the future is future belongs to those who understand data, those who analyze data, and those who use data to achieve better quality of life for everyone, for the entire planet. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pani sir. Your closing line of the future belongs to those who use the data effectively is an excellent guiding route for all the participants. Sir, you have very wonderfully linked the statistical analysis of field of administration, how the governance actually relies on and extensively use statistical administration, sir. Thank you, sir, for this great inputs. Now, may I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Mr. Tudu, Honorable Minister of State, Tribal Affairs, Jal Shakti, Government of India. Sir, we are honored to have amongst us today. Sir has been elected as Member of Parliament 17th Lok Sabha from Mayurbhanj constituency of Odisha. He is an electrical engineer. Has done lots of social and cultural activities through various national and international repute organizations. He has been a member of Committee on Welfare Scheduled Studies, Scheduled Castes, Scheduled Tribes. He is a member of Standing Committee on Chemical Fertilizers. He is a member of Consultative Committee, Ministry of Culture and Tourism. And currently he is holding portfolio of Union Minister of State, Minister of Tribal Affairs, and Union Minister of State, Minister of Jal Shakti, Government of India. Sir, we welcome you to have this discussion, inaugural session of second MOOC cycle. I kindly address the audience.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर, आई एम सो सॉरी सर, अभी एक तो मीटिंग में बैठे हैं, एक तो तबीयत खराब था तो चेकअप चल रहा है, 5 मिनट में सर बात करेंगे।
I think you can address some inputs on the program. Manas sir, last sir, before sir going to join in few minutes, if you can want to address any some inputs on the program.
Fine, please move to the next. Dr. Sumit, please move to the next.
Oh, I can suggest we can get some questions from the viewers if there is any, so that we can engage them. Till the minister.
So can we have some questions?
Yeah, there are colleagues from various countries. If you have any questions, so do ask those questions.
If anyone wants to have ask question, one colleague from Kenya, can that person may raise virtual hand so that I can able to allow him to speak? I can enable him or her to speak. Please raise your virtual hand. It is just below in the screen. You can able to see, just adjacent to share screen.
Or they can write in the chat, we'll read it out for.
Yeah.
My dear listeners, participants, till the time the chief guest is joining, if you have any query, you can put it in the chat or raise your hand.
Mr. Simon, I'm just allowing you to speak. I'm just enabling your mic to speak. Please, Simon from Kenya. Just a few seconds are required. I'm not getting Simon and the whole. Oh.
Maybe Simon just said that he is from Kenya. He wanted to make sure his presence.
Yeah.
Maybe no question with him.
Okay.
Anyone else who want to ask any question? So Professor Das Dr. Das has already said that the course will start from 1st December. Meanwhile, even not now, if you have questions later on also, do contact any of your mentors or Dr. Das or Dr. Manas Panigrahi.
Manas, question is, yeah. So Dr. Manas, would you be reading out or should I speak?
With the permission of
So,
Director
Siva-
CEMCA, can I request Dr. Sumit to move on?
Yeah, so Siva Ganesh, I mean, you that
Dr. Sumit,
you
please
have
move on.
not participated.
Yeah.
Siva Ganesh from Tamil Nadu, you have written that you have not participated in first cycle. Will I miss anything in this? And no, you will not miss anything because this is a fresh offer of the course. So you will not miss anything, but just do all the discussion forums, all the assignments as and when you get to know about them.
Proceeding further, we will take the Q&A again. This is a separate section. Proceeding further, I request
Okay, Mr. Antonio has written that will participants need to have any specific statistical software? This you will know during the course of when you will do the course. I don't think so you will need any, but some of the open source softwares, maybe you can have access to that. I hope, Antonio, you got the answer. It is being used to them in their work. No, I think you can always use open source software, but no specific software is required. Am I correct, Dr. Manoj?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I now invite Dr. Prashant Malhotra to give a vote of thanks. Dr. Malhotra is the registrar and CEO of KISS, a deemed university, a strong and dynamic administrator managing education of 30,000 tribal children at a unique university in the globe. He's a great leader, leading a huge team for handling education of children from KG to PG under a single roof. So I request Dr. Malhotra to please give a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Sumit. Good evening, honorable dignitaries in the inauguration of the statistical analysis. So we'll see the purpose of organizing this second cycle of this MOOC. So we had a series of discussion on the basis of the recommendation, the first workshop. So both CEMCA and KISS team to the university, they have realized the importance of the first workshop, that is the statistical workshop. The thought of yes, we'll continue this and we'll do in a more bigger way, wider way.
I'm
so
sorry
that we
just
can
to intervene.
the-
Ma'am, with your permission, just sorry to intervene. There is a message from Honorable Minister. He will join and speak for 1 minute.
Sir, yes, join, sir.
I'm extremely sorry for intervening.
Please, wonderful.
Dr. Sumit, please.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Please. I request all of you to let's
Yes.
Shri Vishweshwar Guru. Sir, the Honorable Minister of State and Affairs, Jal Shakti Government of India. Second member of Parliament in 17th Lok Sabha from Mayurbhanj constituency, Odisha. Honorable Sir is electrical engineer, extensively social and cultural activities through various national and national organizations. He is a member of Committee on Welfare of Scheduled Caste Scheduled Tribes. He is a member of Standing Committee on Chemical Fertilizers. He is a member of Constitution Committee.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
You are audible. Sir, namaskar, sir. You are audible, sir.
हाँ, नमस्कार, नमस्कार. Thank you. Actually, आप सुन सर, मेरा आवाज आ रहा है तो?
Yes, sir. आ रहा है सर. बिल्कुल आ रहा है सर.
Okay, thank you.
बताइए.
आज का ये कार्यक्रम में जुड़े हुए सब अतिथिगण सबको एक्चुअली मेरा नमस्कार है. मैं अभी जो नेशनल राइस रिसर्च सेंटर जो कटक में है वहाँ एक्चुअली मेरा कार्यक्रम चालू है, इसलिए मैं सोच रहा था कि शायद आपके साथ जुड़ पाऊंगा या नहीं जुड़ पाऊंगा. ऐसे फिजिकली तो संभव नहीं है, फिर भी मैं सोचा कि कम से कम वर्चुअली भी जुड़ पाऊंगा या नहीं पाऊंगा। अभी भी कार्यक्रम जारी है, लेकिन फिर मेरे को मेरा पीएसओ ने बोला कि नहीं, आपको थोड़ा 2 मिनट के, कम से कम 2 मिनट के लिए भी ज्वाइन करना है, इसलिए ये संभव हुआ। तो बहुत खुशी की बात है जब मेरे को जो मिस्टर सुचित्रा पाणिग्राही, मतलब सुचित्रा पाणिग्राही का मिस्टर मेरे को बताया कि ऐसे ऐसे और एक कार्यक्रम है, इनॉग्रेशन का कार्यक्रम है, आपको थोड़ा जुड़ जो फिजिकली या वर्चुअली आप जुड़ जाएंगे तो बहुत अच्छा रहेगा। मैं फिर बताया कि ठीक है, भुवनेश्वर में रहूंगा तो फिजिकली भी मैं जुड़ सकता हूँ। लेकिन 2 दिन पहले ये प्रोग्राम फिर हमारा फिक्स हो गया कि आज ऑल्टोपुर में जो एक इंस्टीट्यूट है फिजियोथेरेपी का, वहाँ भी एक कार्यक्रम था सुबह और आफ्टरनून में यहाँ जो रिसर्च सेंटर में, इसलिए मैं थोड़ा यहाँ जुड़ गया हूँ। और वहाँ आपके साथ जो फिजिकली रहना था वहाँ मैं रह नहीं पाया, और वर्चुअली भी एक्चुअली अभी ज़्यादा टाइम में रुक नहीं पाऊँगा। तो प्रैक्टिकली एक्चुअली मैं तो जुड़ नहीं पाया, और ऐसे भी मेरे को मालूम नहीं था क्या प्रोग्राम है, डिटेल कुछ बताया नहीं था। तो मैं सोचा कि नहीं, आप जब बोलते हैं तो फिर मैं जुड़ जाता हूँ, और मैं जुड़ जाऊंगा तो फिर ऐसे थोड़ा बहुत कुछ आपके लिए मैं बोल के फिर मैं मेरा कार्यक्रम में रह जाऊंगा। तो बहुत खुशी की बात है। और क्या क्या एक्चुअली आज का प्रोग्राम वो तो मालूम नहीं है, फिर भी मेरे तरफ से मैंने बहुत बहुत बधाई हो, और आप मेरे को यहाँ निमंत्रित किया और आपके साथ ऐसे तो थोड़ा परिचय होने का जो मौका मिला, ये सबसे बड़ा बात है। और मेरा शुभकामनाएं है। आप जो चीज के लिए आज इनॉग्रेशन हो रहा है, इसके लिए मेरा पूरा कोऑपरेशन रहेगा, और बाकी कभी भी कुछ जरूरत होगा तो मेरा सपोर्ट पूरा रहेगा। और बाकी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और अभी फिर मेरे को आपको छुट्टी देना पड़ेगा, वहाँ सब बाहर में साइंटिस्ट लोग खड़ा हुए हैं, इंतजार किए हैं। और बस इतना ही, धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच
सर। थैंक यू, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर आपका प्रोत्साहन के लिए सर। थैंक यू फॉर द ऑल मोटिवेशन। Okay, so let's continue with back to the, we come to last leg of our program. That's for the vote of thanks.
Okay, thank you. I am leaving now. Okay.
Thank you sir. Yes sir.
Sir, I will continue.
Okay sir, thank you.
Okay. So I was sharing our experience with our association since last 1 year with the CEMCA particularly. So when we did a feedback session, we have got the good feedback by the participants. So on the basis of the feedback and the recommendation, so in the first workshop, both CEMCA and KISS University have decided we will continue this program, but we will continue very constructive and very meaningful way, so that everybody will have access and they get some basic information, what is basic statistical information is required, be it in mean, media, or t-test, CASCOR, or whatever it is. So that is why. So we are from KISS University. We are extremely thankful to first CEMCA, particular Director CEMCA, Professor Manas Ranjan Panigrahi, Professor Manoj Kumar Das, the entire team. The way they were involved and the way they are concerned, how statistics will be more useful in our everyday life. And the students, they have got a particular, the participants, they have learned a lot. So entire credit will go to CEMCA and their entire team. So today, in this inauguration of second cycle of MOOC, we have with us Honorable Minister of State, Minister of Tribal Affairs of Jan Shakti, Government of India. Sir, one glance is enough. Your 2 minutes motivational speech has ignited both the participants and the entire team members. Definitely, you have also volunteer, whatever support you need, you will provide the support. This shows type of interest and in concern about what exactly both CEMCA and KISS University have started their activities since last 1.5 months. Thank you, sir, for your kind presence. We are also thankful to Commissioner Municipal Corporation Surat, Gujarat, CG Bansanidhi Pani IS. He has clearly reflected about the fact which is really tangible and which is also visible. That's the truth. And how the statistics will be useful in the everyday life, that we have already given our example, how you have got the information through your municipal corporation, different statistical analysis. Thank you, sir, for your kind presence and valuable suggestions in this program. And we are also thankful to guest of honor, Professor Arkadas Mahapatra, Orissa State University. Sir, you have highlighted research methodology. Yes, you are right, because anything you want to validate, whether it is reliable or valid, definitely you have to go through different statistical analysis. Thank you, sir, for giving some of our inputs to this inauguration program. We are also thankful to our own Vice Chancellor. He's very dynamic. He believes in fact and figure. And that is, he believes in action. He always proves how the action will be validated in terms of kind or in terms of whatever it is. And he also likes, so unless until analyze, we can say this is fact is a fact. Otherwise, you can sometimes you can take false is also fact, but which he has clearly mentioned, without an analysis, you can say this is a fact, this is a valid, and this is also, this will give a substantial information about how to generate a report on that. Thank you, sir, for your kind presence and sharing some of your thought in the context of fundamental statistical analysis in terms of use of statistical tools. We are extremely thankful to Director CEMCA, Madam Madhu Vaha. I would like to see the brainchild with an excellent statistical background. She has ignited, yes, let us do some statistical analysis where the newcomers and new generation, particularly MA, MPhil and research scholar, will get some basic information and they can validate the information wherever they want to validate in terms of report, in terms of findings, in terms of whatever way they want to put this. Thank you, madam, for particularly giving KISS University a chance to have a collaboration with your very young, dynamic colleague like Professor Manas Paningrahi and lead instructor, Dr. Manoj Kumar Das and entire team members. Hope so in coming future will strong our bond and we'll do a lot of statistical analysis and statistical workshop, whatever way you want to put it, and KISS University is always there. We are very like-minded Vice Chancellor like Professor Deepak Bera. He always said yes, he never ever said no to anything and any person, any activities. So definitely in the future we'll continue our activities with the support and coordination and supervision. Namaste, madam. We are extremely thankful to Dr. M.K. Das. Dr. M.K. Das, I don't see he's a man of statistics. The other is a change agent. Change agent in the sense, particularly the young generation, those who are young generation, I'm talking of the students, MA, MPhil and PhD scholars. I used to perceive them as young generations, those who can make their analysis the way they want to make their micro planning, they want to make the policy planning, whatever it is. And the way Dr. M.K. Das is concerned, I had a series of meetings with him in our office, and he's more concerned about how basic statistical tool will be more meaningful, so that the users, they can first understand what is the purpose of a mean, what is the purpose of media, and what is the purpose of a correlation, and all the statistical tools. Thanks, sir. This shows your level of interest and involvement, and the way you conduct the entire last workshop, unless until someone sees, they can believe, and this is reflected by the feedback of the participants. Thank you, sir. With this 4-week workshop, definitely you will be the mainframe. Mainframe, I will say, will be the main trainer, and you will be a real mentor, particularly for the participants. Thank you. And we are also thankful to Dr. Manas Ranjan Panigrahi. He is very simple, very dynamic. He never ever take any action without listening from the receiver's end. If I'm correct, he's always believe in fact. Maybe it can be delayed, but we'll do it in a very constructive way so that our information will be more accessible, that will be more reliable and validity. For the purpose we are organizing this type of workshop. And sir, definitely coming 4-week workshop, our participants will get a lot of benefit out of your lecture. Thank you, sir, for your kind support and cooperation. And we are also thankful to Dr. Sumit, the way you are introducing and welcoming the entire dignitaries in this program. And thank you, sir, starting till the end of the show. And we are also thankful, not for, but last, but they are not the least. And they are the participants. Surprisingly, we have not confined to the India, we have also international participants. And the number of registrations is day by day increasing. This shows the past feedback of the participants has reflected on the second group of participants. And they felt as statistical tool as a day-to-day activities where we can see, we can make a statistical analysis, and the way we'll make the analysis and our research person will guide us. And this is a part of our everyday life. So thanks to all these participants from within and outside the country. And another person, definitely, I will not forget to recognize our own Professor Dr. Ishwar Chandra Naik. He the connecting person, I would like to say it, a technical word, between CEMCA and KISS University. I hope so. With the permission of CEMCA and the entire team, we will request our faculties, new faculty, those who are the new research guide, let them participate, and all the research scholars from our university and the MA students, because we have already introduced this statistical analysis in one of the semester. And since this is an online program, and all the students will get a benefit out of this. Thank you all for giving a opportunity to give a formal vote of thanks to all the respected dignitaries. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. And we all thank you, Dr. Prashanta, for giving a very wonderful, excellent end of the note for this program. I request all of you to join us for the national anthem.
जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to one and all. Thank you so much to all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Professor Madhupurar, with your permission, I am just signing off the today's session. Thank you very much.
Okay. All the best to all the participants who will be taking up this course from 1st December.